That dude Pro Left, and we back with episode 44, Fatherhood, Hip Hop, and Sports. First and foremost, man, I just want to give thanks to the Creator for giving me life, for giving me the chance, for giving me the opportunity to be in this realm one more time. I also want to make a special announcement. I also wanted to let you guys know that I I'm very aware that I told you guys every Friday around noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time would be my target date to go live to do my weekly episodes. But due to me having to really embrace this fatherhood thing, I gotta be at my kids' school every day at a certain time to pick them up. That's gonna kind of hinder me from starting on at noon Pacific time because I really need to be asleep at that time so I can be able to pick my kids up on time every day. So I think we're gonna push everything back to Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which would be noon Eastern time, Saturday morning. So episode 45 will be live Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time. I repeat, my weekly episodes will be aired every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time. Okay, guys, I just want to give a special shout out, man, to all the fathers. Every episode, I like to shout out the fathers because that's pretty much what this episode it stems off of fatherhood. When I started this thing, I was going through some legal things with my old job, the United States Postal Service. Had a lot of time on my hands, so I felt like it was very necessary for me to use my time wisely. And that's when I came up with the idea to just get online and talk about some things that meant a lot to me. Fatherhood was the first thing that came to mind, followed by, my taste for music. And then, of course, I have a strong passion for sports. So I thought I would combine those three elements in one and come up with me a little podcast, come up with me something to pass the time by. Here we are, 44 episodes in. Should be well over 100. I took a lot of time off to work on my mental health. I took a lot of time off to work on my peace. I took some time off to get my soul right. And I bought everything back on my brother's birthday, KB Day, which was August the 2nd. I started this live here this past Friday on schedule, but I was just in a very bad location. The live kept dropping, so I said, you know what, let me just push this back and then recalibrate as far as the times that I need to let everybody know that I will be going live. So Saturdays will be the best times for me. I think we will be adding a Monday morning as we get into some more episodes, but for right now we just gonna stick to every Saturday, which will be giving y'all 4 good episodes per month. Probably gonna do that probably up until like November, then we'll turn it up a little bit in December since we'll be in the neck of things as far as football, basketball, hockey, all of that stuff will be in the play. But I just want to send a special shout out, man, to all the father figures that played a role in my life. I can't thank you guys enough. I know I shouted out some very important father figures in my life in episode 43. I just want to double back here and pay some more respect to some fathers that played a big role in my life that I didn't look over. I didn't forget them. It just didn't come into mind right away. But I also want to just send a big special shout out, man, to Coach Dunn in Yarborough, Mr. Bo James, Mr. Vincent Stovall, Mr. Robert George Sr. Man, it's so many dope people that played a role in my upbringing to where Mr. Tap Salter, One Love Mr. Tap. Mr. Tap taught me how to bait some good bait, man. Taught me how to hook me some good bait. What's up, baby girl? Tell him hi.
Hi.
Baby girl, how was school today?
Good.
You had fun? Okay, baby girl at school. And here goes Sid the Leo. What's up, Sid the Leo? I will have me a 3-year-older next Monday, guys. Can y'all believe that? I'm finna have a 3-year-old kid next Monday. That is so radical. Huh, baby boy? Here, let me open it for you guys. Our kids need some water, so we gotta time out right quick. They thirsty. Sissy go first. It's a little hot, okay? But it's still good. It's good water. Can y'all believe I'm finna have a 3-year-older, man? Where did the time go? I'm talking about, man, it feels just like yesterday, man. My baby boy was fighting. COVID baby, warrior baby, NICU baby, fight for his life in baby ICU, man. And here we are 3 years strong. Still in the game. You know, they here at their happy place. I can't stress it enough, fathers. It's very important, man. We get these kids outside. We let them interact with all types of kids from all different backgrounds because that's how they really become learners. That's how they really become thinkers. I'm not finna sit here and say, well, I got this fatherhood thing all the way figured out. I got it down to the T, because I don't. I'm learning every day. I'm fighting for this thing every day. So I just want to send a big special shout out, man, to all the fathers that played a role in my life. You guys are very, very much appreciated, and I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Pop, to start this hip hop segment off, man, I just want to send a big special shout out, man, to Mr. Calvin Broadus, man, better known as Uncle Snoop, D-O-double-G. Man, what the world just witnessed you do for the past 2-3 weeks, it was nothing short of amazing. To know Uncle Snoop's story, to know that once upon a time, he wasn't even allowed overseas, to know that once upon a time, this is a guy that was facing life in prison on a murder charge, that he eventually ended up beating that case. We all know he was former label mates with the great late Tupac Shakur. Snoop has also went out on the record many times and gave him his flowers in regards to him helping him become the global star that he is today. Snoop gives a lot of credit to Tupac for building that confidence up in himself that he didn't even see in himself sometimes. Tupac always reminded Snoop of how dope he was, how much of a force he was, and to never change his persona for nobody. Stay true to who you are, and on the back end, in the long haul, your aura, your energy, and everything you stand for will pay off. And here we are almost 30 years later, man, and we're watching Snoop Dogg just have his way with the media. We're watching Snoop just have his way with the industry. He got cereal, he got a food line, thanks to Master P. He's also went out on the limb many times and gave credit to the OG Percy Miller. Anyway, by the way, man, big shout out to the boot, man. Big shout out to all my people in the NO, man. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. One love to Kunta Burnell Sydney, Surviving Angola, Fine Word Entertainment, Super Sophie's podcast, The Real Trap House Media, man. One love, Teo Mamas. Very, very thankful for you guys as well. But I must admit, man, what Snoop has done for the culture, for the man of color, it's been amazing. It's been amazing to witness this. It's been such a beautiful thing to see a person that has been stereotyped all his life, and here it is, he's living out his dreams. He's had a very hard past 6 months to the year. He's lost his mom, he's lost his brother, he's lost his uncle, and here it is, the Most High just keep blessing this guy. So big shout out to OG Snoop, man. We thank you very, very much for being such a trailblazer for the culture, for the people, for your 213 people, your Long Beach family, man. To all your community revolution and progress brothers. One love to all of those guys out the 20s, out of LBC, man. One love to you guys. Also, I just want to send a special shout out, guys, to all the creators, man. We got so many dope artists nowadays that are just putting out content. They selling records, they making money, and I clearly remembered in episode 43, we was locked in on this whole, we understand that hip hop, the genre itself, is driven by violence, it's driven by sex, it's driven by drugs. But at the end of the day, man, these youngsters in this hip hop thing nowadays, they making a lot of money. They touring. They selling merch at an all-time high. A lot of these youngsters got their hands tied into this crypto world, this metaverse world. So it's just so many dope artists out here today that are just being creative as possible. They trailblazing and they doing what they got to do for the culture. So big shout out to all the creators. What's up, Papa? What's going on, puppy? What's up, baby? You okay? Okay. This my 3-year-old. Can y'all believe I'm finna have a 3-year-older? Oh my goodness, where did the time go? I just remember just like yesterday, man, and had my baby boy. We had to hand him over to some people. Then he had to stay in this little room for 6 weeks and couldn't even come home, man. That was a very tough time for me. A very tough time for his mom. But here we are, guys, 3 years later, man. Sid the Leo next Monday, man. August the 19th, my baby boy turning 3 years old. We're going to have a very great day. Probably going to go live and do an episode that day, too. It's my son's birthday, so it's only right that I dedicate a segment strictly to his birthday. So y'all be on the lookout for episode 46 next Monday. So we got 45 coming Saturday, then we got 46 coming for Sid the Leo Day. Yeah, man, big shout out to all the creators, man. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. The world is such a better place when we're creating. And when you talk about music, when you talk about hip hop, when you talk about, what is meant to the culture, it's been very needed. We need to cut out all the foolishness. We need to cut out all the bull jive. But at the end of the day, let's stay creative. Let's stay polluting the airways with positivity, even though we know what sells, we know what's dominating the market. But let's just stay creative. And let's just stay prayed up in everything that we're doing. And let's just hope and pray that the Most High handles the rest like he always does. Sports. Oh, man. Well, first off, we just want to give a special shout out to all the United States of America Olympians. America went over there and brought back home a lot of gold. There were a lot of highlighted moments during the Olympics. But as I was just saying, Snoop Dogg pretty much headlined the whole Olympics, man. He was everywhere. They made a lot of money off of Snoop. Snoop made a lot of money with them. But big special shout out, man, to all the Olympians that's been training hard all their lives for that moment. To be out there in France, I know that was like a dream come true for a lot of you athletes. So thank you guys for representing the country with so much dignity, with so much pride, with so much respect. It was very, I was very exuberant, watching all the different type of sports, whether it was gymnastics, whether it was track and field, whether it was basketball, whether it was women's basketball, whatever the case was. I enjoyed watching all the Americans compete and represent this country at a high level, and I can't wait for the 2028 Olympics, which is going to be right up the road here in Los Angeles. I'm standing on it right now. I will have my kids around some Olympic festivities come 2028 if the Lord wills, give us life, give us health, and give us strength. I feel like that'll be a dream come true. I remember the last time the Olympics was that close to me. It was in '96 when the Olympics went down to Atlanta, Georgia. I was standing at the time. I was 10, 11 years old. But when you grow up in a small town like Blakely, Georgia, you raise grandparents, the closest you was going to get to the Olympics is watching that shit on TV. Because we had the Olympics going on right there in Blakely, Georgia at an all-time high level. So not to say that my grandparents were negative people, but they just drilled in me that, there are so many things that are much more important than what the media is pushing. So, the Olympics for me was dusting that living room. The Olympics for me was mopping that bathroom up every day, every Sunday morning, Saturday mornings before I can go outside and play. So those were the Olympics for me, living in Molly May's household, Richard Jackson's household, and I can't thank those two enough for saving my life, for sacrificing some very great years of their lives to make sure I was okay. When I truly say I had the dopest grandparents a kid could ever ask for, I had that in Molly May and Richard Jackson, and I wouldn't be here today without them. They sacrificed so much for me. I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful to have to have had such dope grandparents that I had. I miss them every day. It's not a day go by that I'm not thinking of them. I'm not, I get emotional when I think of these people because, I have my own kids now. I'm a parent now. I have to be a giver now. And I just wish they was around to just see baby boy trying to, be the best he can in this fatherhood world. So thank you, Molly May and Richard, for all the sacrifices you guys made for me. You guys were the true Olympians in my life. Y'all made things happen out of nothing every day, every night. So I'm very thankful for you guys. Team USA men's basketball, man, big special shout out to King James. 40 years old, was the most complete basketball player throughout the whole Olympic tournament. Very durable. Don't see how this guy keep playing at a high level that he's playing at, but he's LeBron James. I mean, what else do you expect from LeBron James at this point in his career besides greatness? The guy has done a remarkable job with taking care of his body. The guy has done a remarkable job at staying motivated year in and year out. The guy has done a remarkable job at fatherhood. Oh, man, I just can't wait till November hits, man, and get to see him and his son grace the court together. That's going to be such a beautiful thing to witness. A father and a son duo playing in a Laker uniform. Wow. What other franchise for this to happen with other than the Lakers? So this is a very dope moment for sports. It's a very historic moment for sports, man, what LeBron James and his son have been able to accomplish here. And I'm just very happy for them. I'm very happy for his family. I'm very happy for the Lakers organization, being that they're the first organization to be a part of something like this. I know the Buss family, Rob Pelinka, that entire staff from top to bottom. I know they're very excited about what the season has to offer when we talk crypto arena. On top of the fact that they ain't got to share the arena with the Clippers anymore. They're moving on out into their own space. But big shout out to all the Olympians. Big shout out to the women's basketball team for bringing home gold. That was a nail biter there with France. I also want to send a special shout out to the hosting country, France. Man, y'all put men's and women basketball in the gold medal games. That was very big for y'all country moving forward, because not only were y'all great hostess, but y'all made it to the gold game. A lot of people didn't expect neither one of y'all to be in that game. A lot of people had to wrote y'all off, especially on the men's side. A lot of people had already wrote it off to be U.S. and Serbia. But France stepped up, played good ball when they were supposed to. Serbia, got knocked off on the back end by some team. I don't know who actually beat them, but, they lost on the back end. And France on the front end, took care of Canada, because it was really looking like a U.S.-Canada clash for the gold. But France had something to say about that. Wemby, sky's the limit for that country as far as international play. But big shout out to France, man, for being such a dope hosting country of the Olympics 2024. It was such a beautiful thing. I saw a lot of fun memories made. And I'm very excited about 2028, man. The LA games, man, it's going to be very dope for the United States as a whole. It's going to be very dope for the state of California. It's going to be very dope for the city of Los Angeles, man. They've been going through so much grief here the last 4 years, 5 years, man, losing Nipsey, losing Kobe. And it's just been like a dark void over that city here the last 4 or 5 years. And that's gonna be very major for the city of Los Angeles, man. Here, 2028, the Olympic Games. Very excited and stoked for that. Baseball, Major League Baseball, man. I want to send a big special shout out, man, to all 30 teams playing professional baseball. I'm very aware a lot of people don't have the attention span just to sit down and watch a baseball game through its entirety. It can be very boring to sit there and watch 27 outs, which basically is both teams getting 3 outs apiece, playing 9 innings of baseball. That can be very boring. It can be very redundant. So you have to have a real tough mindset to sit there and watch baseball, man. So I just want to send a big special shout out, man, to all the teams that make up the association. I don't know what's going on with the Chicago White Sox, man. This team is a pro team. They haven't even won 30 games. They're on pace to have the worst record in Major League Baseball history. I don't know if this karma with the Reinsdorf family and how they handled everything with the Bulls in the late 90s. If a lot of y'all aren't aware, he is the owner of the Chicago Bulls as well. And it seems to me that shit ain't been going right for that family ever since the Bulls. I mean, they snuck a championship back in 2005, which is the only championship the White Sox have brought to Chicago. Man, couple more years of this shit, it might be best to go and sell that team, Reinsdorf, while you alive, while you got an opportunity to leave some other things behind for your kids and your family and that legacy. Because if this keeps up, man, the White Sox is gonna keep losing value. I mean, I know you're gonna still profit. I know you've owned that team since the late 80s. Here we are, 2024, so we're talking about you've owned that team well over 30 years. But it's just not happening for y'all in Chicago, for the White Sox. It's just not happening. It's really a disgrace to baseball for a team to be considered professionals and you're losing 20-something games in a row. That's absurd. Should no professional be going out there on their job should be losing 20 times in a row. That's just ludicrous. So I think it's a lot of psychological shit going on from top to bottom, front office, ownership, coaching staff, players. That whole organization is just in a limbo right now. And it starts up top. And I hope the Reinsdorf family them can get it right, because it's really a disgrace to the association to be, sucking that bad, man. But hopefully they'll get it together soon, and we'll see how things shape out for them here in the next few years. I want to send a big special shout out, man, to the Baltimore Orioles. They came out last year and played damn good baseball, took it to the Yankees all year long, stole the division. Well, didn't steal it, pretty much just won the division, took the division. And here it is, they are not taking no steps off. They still on smash, they still on go. Big special shout out to Jackson Holliday, who's the son of Hall of Famer Matt Holliday. The kid is looking like the first overall pick. I remember when they called him up about a couple months ago. Wasn't ready. He was late on everything. He was too early on everything, but the power was there. The aggression was there. The package was there. He just wasn't connecting. So they sent him back to the minors, and they called him up here about 3 weeks ago, and I swear he's been living up to the hype. So big special shout out to the Orioles. It's going to be exciting to see what y'all do here in the postseason. As we approach the postseason, we're still about 40-something more games out, so that's a lot of baseball left to be played. I want to send a big special shout out, man, to the NL West. Hi, baby girl. Tell them hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's daddy baby girl. She's finna be 5 in December. She's such a great big sister to her brother, and we just chillaxing, right?
Right.
We're chillaxing. What you need? Huh? You want ice cream? Okay. When Daddy see the guy, I go get some money and get you some ice cream. Yeah, that's Daddy's. You want ice cream too?
Yes.
Okay.
I want ladybug.
Ladybug? Where's the ladybug?
They have ladybug in there.
You gotta go find it. Daddy don't know where it's at. You gonna go find one? And then we gonna put it in the jar? Huh?
I'm has some
What's up, baby? You want water? But yeah, man, I just want to say big special shout out to the hometown team, man. Dago Padres, man. The Dago Padres have been the hottest team in baseball since the All-Star break. I want to say they like 16-4. 20 games after the All-Star break, they done won 16 out of 20. 40-something more games left, man. If they can win 25, 30 out of these next 40, I think the Dodgers going to be in trouble. The Dodgers will be in trouble. Padres have found them a real-life star in Jackson Merrill, man. Big shout out to Jackson Merrill, man. You crushing the baseball. You lynching the baseball. It's been such a pleasure watching you play center field, play baseball. And I'm just very happy for the city of San Diego, man, because you guys deserve professional sports at its highest level in this city. It's a lot of revenue that flows through this city in regards to y'all sports team. And Petco Park is a very beautiful facility. I've had the opportunity to work there like 3-4 times in the last 12 years. So if there's no fans in baseball that deserve October baseball, it's the San Diego Padres, man. So big special shout out to the Padres. You guys have closed the gap. Y'all are on the Los Angeles Dodgers helmet. But it's one thing in the play with all of this. Defending NL pennants champs last year, they ain't going nowhere. The motherfucking Arizona Diamondbacks are crushing the baseball. They done picked right up where they left off from last year, and they crushing the baseball. It seems like to me, as soon as the Padres turned it on, they turned it right on with them, because they already knew if the Padres take off, we got to take off with them, because the Dodgers have already widened the gap. So it's technically a three-way show right there. because the NL East is not what it's supposed to be. The New York Mets are like the most overrated, overpaid franchise, goofy as fuck that I've ever witnessed in all of sports. Team spent all this damn money last year. Them and the Yankees both. Nobody didn't even make the playoffs. No playoff baseball coming out of New York. Absurd. Absurd. I know the people in the Bronx. I know people in Queens. They are very, baffled by the baseball that the Mets and the Yankees played last season. But on the other hand, with the Bronx, the Yankee Bombers, they own to something this year. Aaron Boone, it's World Series or nothing for you. You've had an ample. Okay, just play. I'll go get it. He's had an ample amount of talent here the last, man, how long he's been the coach? 7, 8 years, and all it's been ALCS losing or missing the playoffs. That's unacceptable in the Bronx. There's too much money flowing through there. They've had the highest payroll in baseball for the last 20 years. And the Pinstripes need championships. New York want to play for championships, just like Los Angeles. Los Angeles wants to play for championships. So I highly recommend that the Yankees get their shit together because it looks like these Baltimore Orioles ain't going nowhere, man. But be on the lookout for 2 teams getting in out the AL East. Be on the lookout on 2 teams possibly getting out in the AL Central, and then the AL West. That's going to come down to clearly Houston and Seattle this year. Texas won't be making the run they made last year unless they turn it on right now. I mean, right now. And what I mean by right now is they got to win down there 30 games out of the last 40 so to even think about getting in the postseason. Because, or they just have a big meltdown out of all the other good teams, man. Like, your Baltimores, your Red Sox. Oh, big shout out to the Red Sox, man. I don't agree with the punishment of that guy. I mean, yeah, you're a professional athlete. You're looked at as a role model. You got to be very mindful of what you're saying in these interviews because the LGBTQ community, man, are big supporters of sports. They're big supporters of entertainment in this country, period. So you can't just be out here labeled as a role model, speaking weird, speaking crazy about people that are supporters of your profession. So I think that's why they kind of came down on him with a suspension the way they did. Could have been harsher than what it was. He's very blessed and lucky that he only got out for a couple games. But I like the way they've responded, due to the fact that the Yankees and the Orioles jumped out to such a big lead. They're playing quality baseball. They just got to get Devers some fucking help over there, man. He can't carry that team by himself. He needs some help, and I hope and pray that Cora them get him some help real soon because if they don't here in the next year or two, they're going to lose him. He's not going to want to stay there and keep being the cornerstone of a team that ain't putting nobody there around him. They need a little bit of everything. They need some constant pitching. They need some more speed up top. And if they wanna jump back in the mix of things with the Yankees and the Orioles here the next year or two, they gotta get Devers some help over there real quick. Big special shout out, man, to the Cleveland Guardians. Nobody saw this team coming out playing this kind of baseball after they lost their skipper of a decade or better, who was a world champion skipper. Big shout out to OG Terry Francona, man. We all know he retired after last season. He was a skipper for the Boston Red Sox in the mid-2010s, won a couple championships with the Red Sox. Took the Cleveland Guardians when they was the Indians before they was forced to change the name back here a few years back. Took them to the World Series. Cleveland eventually lost to the Cubs in 2016. But Terry Francona, Genius skipper. He's arguably one of the top 15 skippers that I've had the opportunity to witness in my lifetime of dissecting baseball when we're talking about the last 30 years of watching baseball at a high level. When you talk about world-class skippers, managers, Terry Francona, hands down, comes up in that conversation. Him and Joe Torre had a lot of chess matches, man, in the 2000s. They went back and forth because every championship the Yankees won, clearly Boston could have won them that same year as well. But both organizations were just on their games at the right time, and one of them had to falter. They both couldn't win it all, and that's the cold part about that. Boston and the Yankees are both in the same conference, so they can't never play each other in the World Series. But when they play each other in the playoffs, it feels like the World Series. So big special shout out to the AL East, to everything that's going on in that division. To the National League, I've already let it be known. Padres, we already know, is the hottest team in baseball. NL West could easily put 3 teams in the playoffs. I don't see my Braves getting into the playoffs this year. And if they do, they're gonna have to outplay Arizona down the stretch, because Arizona is fighting to get back in. I think Philly's gonna sleep away with that division. Mets is just a garbage, overrated, overpaid team. I can't stand them. They got too many dope players on that roster to just go inning after inning with a hit or two, and next thing you know, it's double play. Everything double play. It's like they got blasted so bad last night, and it's just like they had hits every inning up into that 3rd, 4th inning. Couldn't get no men around to home, and then get right there to the bottom of the 5th and gave up with like 8 runs. And this is a team with down there $300 million payroll. How in the fuck is things of that nature taking place? It's just, that's ludicrous. But it's clear as day they got a lot of issues going on in Queens. Mets baseball, y'all need to get y'all shit together. You guys are supposed to be competing with the Yankees. Y'all went out and spent money like the Yankees, and to now be going on the 2nd consecutive year of spending all this money and you ain't even gonna make it in the playoffs. Ugh, that's ugly. That's ugly, man. I know those board meetings are very ugly and they're brutal right now, but quite sure y'all gonna turn it around soon. Probably not gonna be this year, but y'all gotta get it together, because y'all got some dope guys on y'all roster that are their talents are being wasted right now, because y'all are not really putting together a roster that's gonna have them competing for championships. Seems like y'all just putting players out there just to go play baseball. And that's not fair to the guys that are real-life superstars. I know Lindor did not leave Cleveland to go over there to New York for this shit. In that case, he could have just stayed his ass in Cleveland, stayed with his running mate, Ramirez, and who knows where they would be at by now, you know, as far as a nucleus. Because I really liked those two together. Ramirez and Lindor, that was a very deadly tandem in Cleveland. But he went after the money, he got paid, but I can tell he's not happy in New York. I mean, he's making the money, but he's not happy because they're not winning. It's nowhere at the level he was winning at in Cleveland. And it's a waste of talent. Same thing with Pete Alonso, man. Dope talent, generational talent. I mean, that's the team he got drafted by, so it's kind of like, when his deal come up, I don't know if he's gonna re-sign. If I was him, I wouldn't re-sign. I'd be trying to go across town. Or I'd be trying to go down south to Atlanta or something. I'd be trying to get the hell on up out of New York, because it don't look like it's working for you there. But it's gonna be very exciting to see how things shape out in the NL East. Phillies right now got everything in a chokehold. Atlanta has been slumping ever since the Acuna. Albie's been out. Michael Harris been out for a long period of time. Freed been in and out of the rotation. So Atlanta just been banged up with injuries. But they got a lot of baseball left to be played. They still got a great shot at getting in. They really gonna have to hold off the Diamondbacks though, because the Diamondbacks are young, they're hungry, they feisty, and they're trying to build off of that energy that they created last season. So, big shout out to all the National League teams that are competing for postseason play. National League Central seems like Milwaukee's gonna run away with these. But Chicago's back trying to play good baseball. They got the opportunity again back to 500 tonight. St. Louis, on the other hand, is playing solid baseball as always. They brought back Tommy Pham, OG, to the team. They've been winning some games ever since they signed him back. I don't know what's going on with Nolan Arenado. It seems like he done lost some bat velocity. The defense is still there. The glove is still dope. But the bat speed, man, I don't know what happened to the bat speed. But St. Louis is a blue-collar team, man. They going to find ways to win when it matters. So Milwaukee, if they want to run away with this division and win this division, if I was them, I would start off tonight by taking it to Kershaw, to the Dodgers that's coming into town, and punch them in the nose, because St. Louis know what's at stake. They always know what's at stake. They always in the mix, that 30, 40 games left in the season. And it seems like to me the last 4 or 5 years, man, Milwaukee been playing damn good baseball up until mid-August. And next thing you know, they just go to tripping. They go to losing their minds and get discombobulated. So I highly recommend Milwaukee. If you want to win this division, you better be aggressive in games and series like tonight. Take control over the narrative, because the Dodgers is a good test to see where you want to be at when October comes around. This is the same Dodger team that sent y'all home in a Game 7, the NLCS in the COVID season. So I'm quite sure every time these two organizations face off, it's a lot of tension there, because Milwaukee easily could have went to the World Series and won it. And they haven't really been the same team since that year. But the talent is there, the youth is there, the hunger is there. They just got to close. It's like they play 3/4 of baseball every year and get to the last month and a half, and then they just blow the division. Somehow the Cubs or the Cardinals just come right back and catch them. So, but big shout out to the Brewers, man. You guys have been playing solid baseball the last 4 or 5 years. But it's like, when is y'all gonna do it? NFL, we're not all the way quite there, but we got a couple more preseason games left. I was excited to see a lot of the young quarterbacks get some action this past weekend. I was very impressed with Michael Penix. He came, you know, he was great. He was dope. I think Sean Payton got a lot of faith in Bo Nix, so it's very anxious to see how things are gonna play out in Denver. But that division is gonna be very deep. Denver won't make the playoffs this year. I don't care what nobody say. Bo Nix is not playing Justin Herbert or fucking Patrick Mahomes. It's not happening. So this is a rebuild year for Denver for sure. I think the whole Russell Wilson and Sean Payton relationship, it was just something that Sean Payton wanted to start over, and he to the draft this past year, the J.J. McCarthy's, the Michael Penixes, the Jay Daniels, all of those guys looked pretty sharp, pretty good first preseason games. I mean, it is the preseason, so we will have to see how things look in the second preseason game or third preseason game to really get a honest, fair analysis of what these guys are capable of. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think the biggest story is New England. New England got some issues going on. It's been a lot of sources saying Milton has real life been playing better than Drake May. We all know Milton is a Tennessee guy. Coach Gerard Mayo is a Tennessee guy. So a lot of connections there. So I think we might be seeing in history the first time two teams draft two quarterbacks, but they're going to fuck around and start the goddamn fifth, sixth rounder over the first rounder. I think that's what we're finna see this year. I can clearly see Kirk Cousins being benched early. I can see that happening. I don't know what the hell they gave Kurt all that money for, but Michael Penix is the guy there. It's clear as day. You can tell by his first game, that ball was coming out of his hand with some pop. Those receivers was coming out the line for him. So the future is very bright for the Falcons. I think they've got their guy for the next 10 years. They just got to find out how they're going to get out of this Kirk Cousins thing and just keep pushing for the future. But anyway, guys, it's been a blessing. This has been episode 44 of Fatherhood, Hip Hop, and Sports. When we come back on Saturday on episode 45, we're going to touch bases a little bit more on how, what the injury reports are. There have been some key players coming into the NFL season that are already down, out for the season type thing. That's very heartbreaking to know that a guy haven't even played one preseason game, he's already out for the year. That sucks because some of these guys are getting ready to go into contract years. Some of these players are into their fifth year rookie part of the contract. So a lot of these players are real life out here fighting and competing for their lives. And the last thing you want to do is see somebody pop their ACL before they even play a game, man. So let's just hope and pray the Most High keep these guys healthy, keep them strong, so they can be providers and supporters to their family, and also get just the love and get to do what they love to do, which is play football and play the game. But yes, Mama. Do not ask me. Go play. Because I know what you finna ask me. And I just told you, give me a minute. Stop. When Daddy's busy and I'm working and I got stuff and I know what you want already, just be patient. You always gonna get what you want, but just be patient. You're not gonna get it when you want it. You're gonna get it when Daddy's done and when I feel like it's time for you to have it. You're not starving for ice cream. You've had slushy, had Nana, you've been eating at school all day. So you playing. Daddy's gonna walk to the car and get my money, and I'm gonna come back and buy your ice cream, okay? Stop bugging me about it. I know you want ice cream. Now go play with your brother. Thank you. I love you. All right. Teaching moment, Gotta teach these kids patience, guys. These kids they'll tell you what to do if you let them. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't, that ain't how we parenting over here. My kids gonna know Daddy about business. I look at my kids sometimes, they already know, go play. He about business, don't play. Because I pop some booty. I put them in timeout, because, that's the way you have to teach kids, man. You have to let them know that you're the parent. I'm your friend, I love you. I'm going to play with you and kick the shit with you, but at the end of the day, I'm your parent. So it's my job to parent you, to teach you, to guide you, and prepare you for this cold world, because it's going to be times out here in this world that, Daddy and Mommy might not be around. We might not be here to just give, and take care of you. You're going to have to get out here and take care of yourself. So if I just gave you everything all your life and then teach you patience and then teach you hard work, then teach you morals and values, then when I'm not here on this earth anymore, your mama not here on this earth no more, that means we prepared y'all to fail. If we didn't teach you patience, if we didn't teach you real life determination and focus on the task at hand, which is, play with your brother and, take care of your brother, keep an eye on him, because the ice cream man, he ain't going nowhere. He been posted up over there for the last 20 minutes since he pulled up over here, because he already know wherever there's kids, the parents gonna spend some money. Look at it. He posted, he waiting. He already waiting. He know what's going on. And he gets some of my money at least 2-3 times a week. That's $5 every trip. So if you doing that 3 days a week, 4 days a week, that's a dub just on ice cream. I might well go buy a big ass container of ice cream, buy some ice cream cones, and just start making them an ice cream cone. Cause man, they be real life not playing with the ice cream. But it's been a pleasure. Big shout out to the YouTube family, man. Thank you guys for giving Little Old Pro Lift this opportunity to get online, speak on some topics, some situations, some ordeals that mean a lot to me. Thank you to the subscribers. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. There are a lot of channels. There are a lot of people in this YouTube metaverse that you guys can be choosing to spend some time with, take some time out and check out a little bit of what people be talking about. But I'm just so happy that some of y'all take the time out to tap in a Little Pro Lift and check out what we got going on over here at Fatherhood Hip Hop and Sports, man. And it's all the way up and stuck. But te amo más, mucho, mucho, mucho. Can't wait to see you guys Sábado at 9 horas, 9 o'clock. I see you guys Saturday morning, 12 Eastern time, guys. Saturday morning, Sábado. Until then, y'all stay loved, y'all stay blessed, and most importantly, stay prayed up and believe in what you're praying for, because your dreams will come true if you stay true. Until next time, Saturday morning, tap in with y'all. Gone.